Tesla's up sharply in the pre-market after announcing it delivered more than 308,000 vehicles in Q4. That is a quarterly record, well above consensus. And for 2021, deliveries exceeded 936,000. That's up from the previous year, Jim, of about 500,000. Pretty good return in the face of all of the supply chain challenges.
Yeah, and Phil had a really good report today saying, look, you're going to hear about Volkswagen has an EV. I know that Ford has the EV for the Lightning F-150. But the problem is those guys just don't seem to make cars, I think, four-wheel trucks that compete. So I know that there's this very good analysis by Tony Sacconaghi saying each car's worth $1 million. That's not true. You're thinking about at this rate, in 2025, will this company be making 10 million cars? That's how you have to look at it. And 10 million cars with the gross margins here are great. I mean, where's the supply chain problem when it comes to the full-featured semis? They're not there. So, I mean, some of it, yes, is the magic of the man. But don't look at this thing as a standing target, because look at what, like NVIDIA. NVIDIA, if you looked at it, was always really expensive. And then if you went back, it turned out to be not expensive. Will each car come down to being like 300,000? Don't look at it by car. Look at it what he can create, and then look at it at the after. Maybe there's more to it. Look at it at customer loyalty, and just make a point that it's a great technology company, and technology companies do not tend to be valued by units.
Today, DB goes to 1,200 from 1,000. And last week, Jim, in your absence, we made note of Ford's market cap surpassing GM's.
Yes. Now, I know Jim Farley, who I'm in constant communication with, including the ads, because I happen to like the ads. And he's so glad that we can stop saying that, well, wait a second, that's worth 10 Fords, because his company's finally worth more of something. Now, 2022 is pivotal for Ford, because they have to get the truck ahead of out of Musk. And David, when I look at Ford, what you basically see, let's say they do 250 to 300,000 EV this year, the internal combustion engine is valued at negative what? I mean, how bad is that thing as an entity? Have you ever seen something worth less than an internal combustion engine?
We should let our viewers know that you're kind of making light of that, indicating at least that this stock, I guess, in your opinion, is what? Cheap?
Well, look, if you just close the ICE, they're not going to do this. But if you close the ICE, then suddenly you would get a valuation that's a lot more like Lucid or Rivian. I would say, a huge chunk of. David, what I'm saying is that Lucid is at $62 billion. I think they may have made 300 cars, maybe 300 cars. OK, and Ford is at $83 billion, and they'll make millions of cars. But their cars are. They're internal combustion engine. Their trucks are internal combustion. So I'm just looking at Lucid, I'm looking at Rivian, and I'm looking at Ford, and I'm looking at Farley and saying, are you kidding?
Yeah.
You don't think Jim Farley's saying that?
He may be. Listen, Carl, the transition is happening, and at some point we'll have to get bigger numbers on just how quickly, perhaps moving faster. The Chinese EV makers as well, and we'll get to them when we start talking stocks a bit later. All up as well because of strong deliveries in December. So there are a lot of EVs being sold worldwide right now.
That's true. Norway, for their figures of the year, 65% of the market's EVs.
What happens when they had like a snowstorm there and all of them shut down, for heaven's sake?
Yep. Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.